until you have to adjust.
Sean Hansen in Cornell in red. Naheem McLeod in Syracuse in white. We are underway. The 128th meeting between Cornell and Syracuse tips off. Our officials tonight, Jeb Hartness, Jeffrey Clark, and Ted Valentine. And the back door open for the first basket of the game. Cooper Nord opens the scoring. Inside McLeod, double team, tries to fight through it. It draws the foul.
Well, that's the advantage for Syracuse at the very beginning, as they have a huge advantage inside with Naheem McLean, the 7'4" junior. And one of the things Adrian Autry told us yesterday is he's going to work to try to get him established early. And the other thing they have to do, Jay, is they got to get Judah Mintz going. I would look for him on some plays going downhill, trying to get to the free throw line, to get to the front of the rim.
McLeod 1 of 2 from the line. And Cornell, when you're trying to pull an upset against a team that is probably athletically better than you, one thing you could do is use your depth. And Cornell leads the nation in bench points with 40. So this is the starting 5, but you'll see up to 13 different players for the Big Red tonight.
One of the things to keep your eye on is who Naheem McLeod is guarding, because they like to run a lot of 5 out. And Naheem likes to stay in the paint. If they can pull him out of the paint, it'll open up some driving lanes for him.
McLeod right on cue. An offensive rebound. Kick out. Taylor a 3. Missed it.
Hansen, number 20, he can shoot the 3.
It's a great passing team for Cornell. That leads to an open 3, and DJ Nix knocks it down.
59% of their baskets are assisted. They're very good at passing and cutting. They don't play off the bounce so much.
Chris Bell, pull-up pop, and he drains it from deep.
Well, Bell playing off that ball screen action with McLeod. And you know McLeod is a roller, so he occupies a lot of space when he rolls to the rim.
Eight games into Adrian Autry's tenure as head coach, Debbie. What's different about a Coach Autry team than a Coach Jim Boeheim team that you've noticed?
Well, you got to start with the defense first, right? I mean, it's not the matchup zone that Coach Boeheim played all the time, and this is more of a man-to-man team. They will throw some situational zone in, though, but that's the one thing. They're more aggressive on the ball, attacking on the defensive end, because they play up the line and more aggressively, but that happens with a shot blocker in the back of the row, too.
Now, this Cornell team is not shy. They score 85 points a game. They'll let it fly quickly. That one rattles in and out, no good.
See, and you won't see that size in the Ivy League, but that's a good play right there off 2 feet by Gray to kick it back out to an open shooter. Otherwise, McLeod's going to block that shot.
All the way up ahead. That great hustle from Bell to get back. Denies Nord. Inside McLeod. That's where Syracuse has the most physical advantage. And Mintz strokes home the 3. Judah Mintz, when he's on, Syracuse is usually on.
Yeah, he does a good job of rejecting the screen. He had enough space to get into the rhythm of his jump shot. What a great start for Mintz after 5 points in that loss to Virginia.
And with Cornell, you'll get what looks closer to a hockey line change tonight. Again, one of the deepest teams in the country. Their bench gives them on average 40 points a game.
That allows you to keep the pressure up on both ends, right? This is a hard-working team on both ends of the floor. They cut hard, they space the floor well, and they play full-court defense.
Syracuse started cold, just 1 of 5 from the floor, but the Orange on a 6-0 run right now. Mintz from the corner, got it again! Judah Mintz, red hot to start this rivalry game.
Cornell likes to run this pistol action, Jay, in their transition as the first option. This is a matchup inside. They had a big on a little, and they've kicked it back out for 3. So you can still play to the inside, even though you have a lack of a size advantage. You can set up your three-point shooting that way. They've done that twice.
Big 3 from Nazir Williams after Syracuse went on a 9-0 run.
That's Guy Ragland working that weak side glass against McLeod.
Another open 3. That one misfires from Boothby.
Both teams very comfortable playing this pace. Now we see some zone out of Cornell, mixing it up a little bit.
Now Cornell got a hot start, but then Syracuse has stormed back. The Orange using a 9-0 run, and they're up as coach against the Big Red. It's 42 straight wins for Syracuse. Probably the coolest was in the Dome in 2019, the Battle of the Boeheims. Jimmy playing for Cornell before he would join Buddy at Syracuse. Jimmy put 20 on his brother and his dad that night. We've got Jim Boeheim as a new member of ESPN and the ACC network. You'll hear from the Hall of Famer coming up at halftime, and he's got to be proud with what his program has done in this geographical rival against Cornell, Debbie.
Well, it's pretty cool that you always play the guys in the neighborhood, right? I always love that about the big boys playing the smaller guys, and Coach Boeheim never turned down playing Colgate or playing Cornell or other teams in the area. So it's good for the region, for hoops.
And Cornell looking for their first win against the Orange since 1968. Taylor, a good look. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Justin Taylor.
I love situational offense, and that ATO after timeout was designed to get that shot for Taylor.
Syracuse has started this game 4 of 6 from 3, and 3 different players have already made a triple.
They don't have any two-point baskets yet. Everything is outside the arc plus a free throw. With this smaller lineup on the floor for Cornell and a smaller lineup on the floor without McLeod for Syracuse, you're going to see the tempo pick up for both sides. I would look for some full-court pressure right here from Cornell after a make or a miss. And as much as we've talked about zone, man-to-man, Syracuse likes to play zone on their baseline out-of-bounds plays.
Shot clock under 5. Really good defensive possession for Syracuse. Can't get the rebound, though. A travel gives the ball back to the Orange.
Here comes that full court, picking up man-to-man. They will run and jump when it's available. Sometimes it looks like a run and jump. Sometimes it looks like a run and trap.
Starling lost the handle. Nazir Williams. Cornell likes to run in transition right to the rim for an easy 2. Nazir Williams.
Really good defensive habits here by Cornell. High hands on the catch. Keeping the ball out of the middle. Taking Syracuse deeper into the shot clock. Mintz got caught up in the air.
Great hustle from Quadir Copeland to battle for that ball. Keeps possession with the Orange. Starling right into contact, no problem for the transfer from Notre Dame.
Really good no call. Good job getting into the chest of the defender. Finishing off the glass.
Copeland digs it out again. He's had a nice couple hustle plays in this game and draws the foul. Quadir Copeland.
Jays, it's interesting. I'm watching Cornell, and they are crashing the offensive glass. They're even with Syracuse in that category early. I was wondering if they would be concerned about getting back in transition for team speed reasons, but they'd rather crash the glass, and they're hanging in there on the boards.
Kyle Cuff, the transfer from Kansas, 0 and white, is checked into the game for Syracuse. We've talked a lot about Cornell's depth and bench production. Syracuse would like to get a little more from their bench. Manning spins his way in. Cleaning up the spill, Isaiah Gray, the senior from Brooklyn.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, they're getting to the boards, and this Cornell team can get off the bounce to the paint. Look how disruptive they are right here. Comes up with a turnover.
Double team comes in. Ripped away. Whistle before that Mintz 3. Both of these teams running in transition, a good tempo between.
Already wearing his orange on the recruiting trail. I bet he's digging in that portal too.
We've got a good one here as Copeland lines up a 3. It was halfway down, but rims out.
Good
Cornell just 2
play.
of 9 from 3. They've had a lot more success going inside like that to Cooper Nordebbie.
I love that Brian Earl ATO. That time, coming off the timeout, knowing that Syracuse is going to pick up their pressure up the line, and you go back door with a great feed.
And that one does drop for Copeland, who's been active in this first half. Now a sophomore, part of that star-studded freshman class a year ago for the Orange, is right on cue, grabs another rebound.
That's a couple of times that Manning has been able to take his guy into the paint and try to score over a smaller defender.
Cornell draws the offensive foul, going the other way.
So Copeland, the last 3 possessions, being aggressive. He has the ATO, and shoots the 3 and misses. Then he scores. This time he draws a foul.
Now Cornell's done a nice job getting to the rim. Can't finish that one. And a frustration foul follows.
Mintz on the bench, so Starling is running the point.
And they're just not the same team. Syracuse with Judah Mintz out of the game, Debbie. He makes things flow, tick, just smooth the rhythm of the offense. And when he's sitting on the bench, they're just not the same.
No, he can make everybody else better because he can go places with a basketball that he wants to go. It's hard to stop him from going where he wants.
Bell tried to swipe it away. Shot clock under 10. Big Red have to hurry. Chris Mannon in attack mode. Fades away. Can't knock it down.
I think that shot's too quick. I mean, one pass in transition.
Well, this is the tempo that Cornell wants to play at. They're the team that is quick on the trigger, usually averaging 85.5 points per game. As we remind you, tomorrow night, a great doubleheader right here on ACC Network. Wake Forest looks to make it 3 in a row as they host Rutgers at 6. And then how about Clemson, undefeated Tigers at a rivalry game against South Carolina at 8. That should be a good one.
South Carolina and Clemson. This is the latest they have played in season where they both have met as undefeated teams. Ever. Should be a good one. Good rivalry.
Little John Coliseum will be rocking for that one tomorrow. Don't miss it right here on ACC Network. Justin Taylor's had the hot hand in this first half. That's his second 3. Malik Brown poked it away. Kyle Cuff lays it up and in. Cornell just moving way too fast right now. It's allowed Syracuse to find a rhythm in transition. Taylor missed it that time. Go inside, Ragland hammers it home, and Cornell needed that. They'd gone scoreless for 2.5 minutes. Nice job getting to the rim.
He sets up his ability to drive with his 3-point shooting.
Deep 3. Nothing but air. Up ahead, Gray.
I love it, Jay.
Yeah, they're just running and gunning, Debbie.
I mean, let's go. Been a long time up and down without a stoppage. That's where your depth comes in. Cornell up the court. Taking it right to the effort on the defensive end to speed you up. I mean, this is a really good rhythm, passing cut, catch and shoot team.
see Judah Mintz shake that off. You mentioned that when he sat, even for those few minutes, Syracuse just doesn't look like the same team, out of rhythm offensively. Bell, clean look, and he is money from the corner. Chris Bell buries another one.
Got excellent footwork in the corner for a corner three.
Cornell trying to answer. The shooting struggles continue for the Big Red. They've missed 9 of their last 10 from beyond the arc.
When Mintz can turn a corner. And he is 9th in the nation in free throw makes. He gets to the line so often. That foul would be a shooting foul, so he's going to the line.
And the one thing that Mintz will need to improve, certainly for conference play, is a game like he suffered against Virginia, where you are numbers 1, 2, and 3 on the scouting report, and you're held to 5 points. Obviously, Tony Bennett's defense is built a little differently, but Mintz is going to take everybody's best shot all season long.
There's no question about it. I mean, you play him as a driver first, and you live with a couple of threes. And if he can make a couple of threes, then you adjust. But you don't want him to turn a corner and get in the paint on you.
Orange on a 14-4 run. Lefty hook finally drops for Sean Hansen. First basket of the night for the Big Red leading scorer. Mintz in attack mode again. Into the lane, tough take, gets it to go. Judah Mintz starting to take over.
He is so good in the middle third of the floor.
Naheem McLeod, and it's the largest lead of the night for Syracuse. And it is all orange right now. Taylor. Oh! McLeod tried to follow it up and couldn't. And a foul slows down this electric pace.
In transition off their D, it looks like the floor is tilted, and then you throw it up, and it's a drop in the bucket for McLeod. I mean, he barely has to jump to catch this one above the rim and finish it.
Sunday afternoon, women's basketball doubleheader right here on ACC Network. Duke gets things started noon Eastern, hosting Florida Gulf Coast, and then a rivalry game at 2. Kentucky and Louisville. That's this Sunday on ACC Network.
Florida Gulf Coast is a team picked to win their conference. They shoot a lot of threes. That'll be an entertaining game against the Duke defense. And Louisville, don't count Jeff Wall's team out, ranked number 18. They are picked to finish 3rd or 4th in the ACC. I think it's a wide open race on the women's side.
Bell from the same spot, this time can't connect. He's hit 2 from there earlier tonight. Hansen lines up the three. Missed it. Cornell cannot find one from deep. They are 2 of 15 in this game.
They've taken a couple of hurried threes, but otherwise they have had good shots, good attempts.
Finally, one goes. Cooper Nord buries it. Much needed for the Big Red.
Here comes that full court pressure off the May basket. They want to keep this tempo high. They want to keep utilizing their depth. The challenge with defending Syracuse full court is Judah Mintz can see the floor so well, it opens up the court to him. And he is a really good straight line driver in transition.
Give and go, Nord rejected at the rim. Batted around, and the Big Red will settle it down for now, but this has been run and gun this entire first half.
Very few whistles in this game. Maybe a timeout for fatigue. It's a critical 3 minutes coming up for Cornell.
When you're great,
.org and make any donation. Anything that you do will help research, and we need it. You will help make somebody's life better.
Here's Judah Mintz. He's been the bright spot this first half, as he usually is for this Syracuse team.
Judah Mintz is so tough on a closeout. Like if you're half a second late or your angle isn't right, he is thinking, get to the rim, get to the paint. And he's so aggressive, he doesn't dribble the ball, he pounds it to the rim.
He's really good at getting to the foul line as well. He is 9th nationally in free throws made. He's 3 for 3 so far tonight.
He just puts so much pressure on your second level. He can get by any primary defender, but once he gets inside to the interior, he can put a lot of fouls on your big guys.
Well, the back door's been open all night for Cornell. Missed opportunity there. Isaiah Gray had a step. This full court pressure has not fazed Judah Mintz. Cornell had a little success when he was out of the game, turning Syracuse over, but he's been a steady hand to the backcourt for the Orange.
I think there's multiple uses of the pressure, not just to turn you over, but to take you a little bit deeper into the shot clock, maybe take you into your third or fourth option.
Debbie, if you're Cornell, trailing by 9, 2 minutes until halftime, what do you want to accomplish to close out this first half?
Well, I want to keep it to 2 or 3 possessions, that's for sure, but I think you got to feel like the shots are going to fall and the percentages are going to come back your way. I mean, they have not shot it well.
Nord trying to change that, too much on it, no good. It stays Cornell's way.
Nord has made the most threes coming into the game for Cornell at 22. He's their shooter.
It's pretty amazing that Cornell has shot so poorly from 3 of 18 in this first half, and yet only trail by 9.
I think you got to feel good if you're a Brian Earl for that matter, because like I said, I think the percentages come back your way. You got to believe you're going to make some threes. It's not always how many you make, it's when you make them. Playing that zone, you know they're going to trap that short corner. Good play out of that short corner trap.
And Boothby, the best three-point shooter on the team, 46% from three on the season, makes his first of the night, just like that. Two-possession game with a little more than a minute left in this first half. Starling shoots over a double team. Can't connect. Tapped out.
Mintz was calling for it, too.
Hey, Samir! Match up! No one touched it!
Stays Syracuse way. Brian Earl and Cornell disagree. Brown lost the handle. Swiped away by Cooper Nord.
Pass and cut right here.
Wide open three. Boothby too much on it. Offensive rebound falls right to Gray. He's swatted from behind. Malik Brown, the rejection.
Isaiah Gray tries to play off 2 feet, shows a pump fake from behind as the block. All he had to do was pivot to 2 3-point shooters. That
single point.
Well, turnovers are even at 8 apiece. Cornell is +2 on the glass. They have outscored Syracuse's bench 12-4.
Nord cuts the lead in half. Cooper Nord, and it's a one-possession game. Cornell on an 11-1 run to shrink what was a 13-point lead down to 3. 10 seconds left in the half.
Mintz needs to keep it right here.
Step back three. Missed it. Nord heaves it. Cornell closes that first half furiously in 11.
2 or 3 possessions, and you know you didn't shoot it well, so you know you can be in this game, and they've proven that so far.
It was just a few years ago that Jimmy Boeheim was playing for Cornell and Buddy Boeheim was playing for Syracuse with the Hall of Famer Jim on the sidelines. That was Cornell's best shot to upset the Orange. Jimmy had 20 that night. Syracuse has dominated this geographical rivalry. They've won 42 straight. Cornell's last win, 1968. Judah Mintz starts the scoring in the second half and restores a 5-point lead. DJ Nix answers right back. Cornell unafraid in this second half.
Not surprised that Mintz gets the first possession for Syracuse, and then on the other side, Nix hit the first triple of the game for the Cornell.
J.J. Starling right to the rim, and this backcourt duo has come alive for the Orange.
I think you're going to see Syracuse put the ball on the floor and get inside. And on the other side, it's going to be threes for Cornell. Now you got to make sure you run them off the three-point line. You got to go inside to McLeod while he's posting up that strong.
7'4", cleared the runway for an easy Chris Bell layup. Strong start to this second half for Syracuse after Cornell ended the first on an 11-1 run.
3 baskets in the paint at the front of the rim.
Hansen can't connect. Offensive rebound kept alive.
Cornell actually won the rebounding margin in the first half. They moved the ball so well. Look at the spacing.
Mannon fouled on his way to the rim. J.J. Starling tagged with it.
I think if you're Brian Earl, you have to be pleased with not only the way your team ended the game, but the way they've started here in the second half. And you know you have a chance in this game if you stay aggressive. Now you got to really concentrate on the defensive end and keeping them out of the paint. You can see that's the change in the adjustment by Adrian Autry is to put the ball on the bounce and get inside.
Syracuse has taken a different approach in this second half offensively. They're 3 for 3 on 3 straight layups. They're getting right to the rim, not settling for outside shots, Debbie.
That's right. That's the adjustment. Here comes the full court press.
Syracuse breaks it well. Bell lines up a 3 and cashes.
Chris Bell is their best three-point shooter, and a catch and shoot in the corner in transition. He is money. Watch how they break the press, advance past the basketball, and it's Mintz that sets up Bell for that extra half second because he gets in the gap and puts it right in the pocket. It's a beautiful feed by Mintz. He makes everybody better. He makes the game easier for his teammates. And Jay Manning, who is a double-figure scorer for them, and he has not had a basket yet. He's only had free throws.
Manning and Hansen both were held scoreless in the first 10 minutes of this game. It allowed Syracuse to balloon the lead all the way to 13. Now cut to just a 2-possession game. Darling. He has struggled since transferring from Notre Dame to shoot the ball from outside. Just 3 of 22 from 3 to start his Syracuse tenure.
He wasn't known as a three-point shooter anyway, and he has worked to improve that part of his game, but Judah Mintz has gotten really better at that part, and there you see him with a big-time block.
Syracuse continues to push it in transition to no avail there. Both of these teams comfortable running and gunning. We saw a hot tempo in the first half, and that has continued. Bell, so reliable. When that shot is going, he gives Syracuse a different dimension. Continuing to push, Justin Taylor that time, and they're up by 11.
In theory, for Cornell, they believe their depth is going to be a factor in the last 5 minutes of the game when they hope that they wear you down with all this pressure and this full court play. Good
well, Cornell needed that. Cooper Nord delivers.
Tell you what, Isaiah Gray does a good job on defense. He moves his feet. He's very physical at the point of contact. And Mintz hits another triple.
Yeah, the immediate answer from Judah Mintz as Chris Manning spins his way in.
If you can keep Mintz from catching the ball once he gives it up, and Manning's got that assignment.
Mintz stays with it, draws the foul. Judah Mintz starting to take over. 6
at ACC PM in Mark Packer's house. I'm going back in a few weeks. It's fun in there. They got a lot of good stuff going on in that basement. Around the ACC PM show.
A rankings like Packer does, where he ranks the teams every week? I love looking at those.
I got to hang out in there, and his dog was in there, so that was fun. Taylor was there.
Syracuse back up by a comfortable cushion. As I say it, Ragland knocks down a 3 for Cornell. The Big Red won't go away, continue to punch back.
I mean, this is a well-prepared basketball team that understands what they need to do, and one is keeping Syracuse out of the paint, which is a challenge, as you can see. They are so good on a straight line drive, so quick and athletic.
Right to the rim, it's too easy. A.K. Okereke, the sophomore from California, slams it home, and it's a 2-possession game once again.
A miscommunication on defense. When he turns the corner, he sees a wide open lane.
Fell off the catch, misfires. Cornell has made 4 in a row. Here come the Big Red. With momentum once again in this game, a geographical rivalry where they've lost 42 straight. But they are not backing down tonight to the Dome. Ragland trying to muscle his way in, called for a travel.
Malik Brown did a really good job of holding his ground, building a wall, not letting Ragland bully his way to the rim. Syracuse really doing a good job moving the ball. Everyone gets a touch. Yeah, that's a rhythm 3 because they move the ball side to side and they get a great look.
Judah Mintz up to 21 to lead all scorers tonight. Last time he took the court here at the Dome, he scored 33 against LSU. Struggled over the weekend in the loss to Virginia, but he is right back to that career best form he showed in the ACC SEC Challenge.
He's explosive, he's dynamic, he's got a multiple weapon package to score at all 3 levels, and he's really hard to keep in front. Ragland does a really nice job there, Jay, of playing the low man game, right? He knows that Malik Brown is all up, closing the cushion, and he swipes it through and draws a foul.
Adrian Autry, first-year head coach for Syracuse, was highly complimentary of Malik Brown in our conversation with him. Gives this Syracuse team some flexibility defensively because he can play that 5 and allow Syracuse to put some guards around him and go small.
When we talked to Coach Autry, that was one of the things we asked him about rotations and figuring out what was his best defensive lineup, what was his lineup about speed. You know, he's trying to figure those things out, but I think this is a pretty good defensive lineup on the floor right here. And on the baseline out of bounds play, they're in zone.
Justin Taylor tagged with that foul as the fouls have piled up here quickly for Syracuse in the second half. Another foul, 3 on this possession alone. And Cornell in the bonus now for the rest of the game.
It's just a good isolation right here on the inside. Orekere does a great job of drawing the foul, and you can see Coach Autry says, go in and get him.
4 fouls on Copeland, so he has to take a seat. He's been active all night, great hustle plays, but a little too aggressive as of late. All of Syracuse has. Cornell fails to make him pay from the foul line.
Look at Mintz with his shoulders over his thigh pads like a running back, and he is on fire.
It again. Judah Mintz. He's got 24 on the night.
Looked like Judah Mintz was having a few words with the Cornell bench. Maybe welcoming them to the Dome.
Another foul called against Syracuse. And Cornell's fallen into a scoring drought of 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but they'll get some opportunities at the foul line the rest of the way. That's now 4 on Bell, so the Orange have 2 players with 4 fouls right now.
Well, you see Mintz right there holding him, not letting Ragland get to the block, and that's a foul. It's a good recognition by Cornell to find the mismatch and put another foul on Mintz. That's one way to cool off the hot hand, Jay, is to get him in foul trouble, to take it at him on the defensive end.
Guy Ragland trying to urge this Cornell team on. He's at the line, trying to give them some energy. Missed the foul shot, so it stays at 11-point lead for Syracuse. The largest lead of the game has been 13. Under 12 minutes to go. Starling in and out, no good. Battle for the board falls with Williams and Cornell.
You want Starling taking that shot if you're Cornell.
And another foul against Syracuse. This will result in Cornell shooting 3. Cooper Nord at the line, shooting 3 when we come back. Syracuse.
They have had 10 different players score in the game, and their bench has outscored Syracuse 18-4. It's all a part of the philosophy and the game plan for Cornell is to try to multiple bodies, keep the energy high, play full court defense, and try to wear teams down.
And Judah Mintz checked out of this game at the 12:06 mark after picking up his 4th foul. The question for first-year head coach Adrian Autry, how long do you let him sit? Because Syracuse is a different team with Mintz on the bench.
Well, I think you've got time here. You wait and adjust by the 4-minute mark at under 8, and you see how many possessions you're leading by. You heard Coach Boeheim talk about how they had control of the game, and then they let Cornell back in and gave him some confidence. Now Cornell is switching up to a different full court pressure with a 2-2-1 back into their man.
Big opportunity for Kyle Cuff Jr., the transfer from Kansas, wearing number 0 in white. Syracuse depleted of 2 guards in the backcourt right now.
I also think it's a big opportunity for Justin Taylor to find some open shots. That's a horrible possession right there that results in an offensive rebound, so they get a break.
Shot clock under 10. J.J. Starling's been quiet tonight. Finds Bell. Misfires there.
See, that's where you miss Mintz. There's 2 possessions right there. And he could make a play.
Frustration foul. Chris Mannon reached in after he missed.
Watch Gray drive right here. Get stopped by Mintz.
Bell, this has been the hot spot. Can't connect that time. Kick out, Taylor a 3. It's good! Justin Taylor to the rescue. First basket in more than 2 minutes for the Orange. Malik Brown stole it away, and before he could get to the basket, foul.
It's great anticipation on an uphill pass from the wing back up to the top. And Malik Brown makes a great defensive effort there to get the steal.
Bell's missed his last 3. Hits that one, though. Chris Bell up to 16 points on the night. He's been a nice compliment to Judah Mintz offensively. Backdoor open again. Isaiah Gray runs right through it.
I mean, Sean Hansen puts it right on the money. Well, I really like the cadence that Syracuse is playing on the offensive end here, Jay. The way they're playing, not just 94 feet, but the way they're playing in the quarter-court offensively. And there's a turnover.
Turn it over that time. Up ahead. Finished at the rack. A.K. Okereke.
J.J. Starling's got to make a better decision than that.
Timeout, Adrian Autry. With under 9 minutes.
Clemson have been undefeated. That should be a good matchup. And the old Syracuse transfer, Joe Girard, has averaged nearly 19 points in the last 5 games. So he has been playing well for Clemson.
Cornell back within 10. Judah Mintz still off the court for Syracuse. You know, the Orange and the Big Red have been playing since 1901, 128th meeting. Syracuse has won 42 straight. That is the second longest active streak in Division I. Who has the longest? And our producer, Kristen Hennessy, has been torturing me since she brought this hoop scoop up about 30 minutes before the game started. We've tossed around Kentucky. We thought maybe it could be an ACC team, Debbie, Duke, or North Carolina, but I think Mark Few's been at Gonzaga for 25 years. There has to be somebody out there that they've beaten up on during their dominance. So, do you have a guess? Because this is bothering me.
Yeah, I know. We've been talking about this off air the whole time. I don't know. I can't figure out who it might be. I have no idea. I mean, I don't even want to throw out a guess about a West Coast Conference team. I have no idea.
Yeah,
it's a stumper.
I think because Kentucky, Duke, and North Carolina have all been down in the, at least once in the last 20 years, whereas Gonzaga, they're the winningest team by percentage. Kristen, put me out of my misery. I hope it could just be a random team in the MAC. The Hoop Scoop answer. Gonzaga! How about that? 45.
You got it, Jay.
Oh, that makes me feel good. Put me on Stuff to Schwab when that was on.
We were talking about Pepperdine or Pacific.
Yeah. Well, there's your Hoop Scoop. Syracuse trying to keep the streak alive. They've got work to
him out. I mean, he is a sophomore, but he is a veteran player. So you have to trust him with 4 fouls to think that he could play should Cornell close the gap.
Well, So they have closed the gap to 8. Syracuse led by as many as 12 when Mintz came out of this game. Good defensive stop from the Orange there out of the timeout.
Justin Taylor has been the one that has scored since Mintz went out. Yeah, I would run something for Justin Taylor, and after most ATOs, or after at least 2 of them, that's exactly what Coach Autry has done.
Taylor and Bell have combined for 31, including 7 made threes between those 2, after they struggled in the 22-point loss to Virginia over the weekend. Good bounce-back wins for them. Now trying to close this one out. Nord, a deep 3, couldn't connect. Nice job by J.J. Starling to track down the rebound. Under 10 to shoot. Bell lets it fly and buries it. Chris Bell delivers from deep.
He's got 5 3-point baskets, 13 made triples by Syracuse. They're beating Cornell at their game right now. Cornell only has 8 threes. When in doubt, let it fly.
Cornell, the immediate answer, Keller Boothby.
Well, Cornell needs to get a stop. If they can get 3 stops in a row and 3 scores, they're right there.
5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Shot clock at 7. Starling all the way to the rim. J.J. Starling.
That looked too easy.
And it was for the Baldwinsville native. We're up 20 minutes from the Dome. Now playing in it and trying to close this game out. Cornell continues the battle. Sean Hansen, count it, plus the foul.
Hansen does a nice job of getting behind the defense on a mismatch with Starling, who doesn't get any help. You see that right eye. He took an elbow in the Lafayette game, 4 stitches.
Swatted. Stays with Cornell. I was about to crack a joke and say you should see the other guy, but you're right, it was an elbow. Takes a seat, trying to will this Cornell team back. They've trailed for most of this game. Syracuse got up early by 13. Largest lead's been 14, and Cornell won't go away. It's a 2-possession game with under 5 minutes to go. Off on the drive in attack mode. Brown keeps it alive. A couple of missed layups, bounces out.
Syracuse
Somehow
has done
kept alive.
Much better job on the offensive glass here in the second half.
Shot clock at 5. Starling off to Taylor, lines up a 3. Can't connect. Four minutes remaining. Cornell only trailing by 6. Miscommunication there and a costly turnover. Fun, Orange, everything they could handle. Syracuse looked comfortable, then started getting into foul trouble. Judah Mintz came out of this game at the 12:06 mark. He's now re-entering it with 3:53 to play, so 8 minutes, 13 seconds off the court. And Cornell's cut the lead in half. They were down 12, now only trailing by 6.
But now you get your closer back in the game, and now you take command with Judah Mintz, because that's what he does. He's playing in winning time right now. And it's who you trust, and you trust Judah Mintz with the ball in his hands.
In attack mode. Hands it off. Tough misfires from 3.
The window is open for Cornell.
Big Red trailed by 14 with 10 minutes left of this game. They've cut it to a 2-possession game. Trying to beat Syracuse for the first time since 1968. Isaiah Gray draws the foul.
I mean, this is a good job of turning the corner off the Ragland screen on the elbow. And Gray is a guy that you cannot knock off his line. He is strong to the basket.
Free throws matter all game long, but it feels heightened in the final moments of a close ball game. This half, Cornell has only shot 7 of 13 from the line.
And you know the full court pressure is coming.
Gray misses the second. Syracuse in a scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes here, clinging to a 5-point game.
You can't have any game slippage right here like that.
There's
That's a mistake.
Gray slams it. The steal and the slam. Isaiah Gray makes it a 3-point game.
I just said game slippage. A mistake like that.
Timeout, Syracuse. Cornell on a 7-0 run. All the momentum. Take another look. Isaiah Gray trying to will the Big Red to the finish line, looking for their first win for the first time since 1968. And they've got a great opportunity here, considering Brian Earl's team trailed by 14 with 10 minutes left in this game. Debbie Antonelli, Jay Alter with you. Syracuse in a scoring drought of more than 3 minutes. Debbie, what do the Orange need to do differently offensively here?
Well, I like the way they've moved the ball. Their rhythm and cadence on the quarter court offense has been outstanding. So off these ATOs, they've really worked to get the ball to Justin Taylor. But Mintz attacking the front of the rim comes up short.
Jump ball, possession arrow with Syracuse. And the Orange keep it underneath their own hoop. The shot clock resets to 20. Syracuse has missed their last 5 shot attempts. Scoring drought's now 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Trying to get to the finish line. Only up by 3. Quadir Copeland back into the game for the Orange, playing with 4 fouls. Mintz playing with 4 fouls.
Well,
Shot clock down to 5. Pull up pop. Starling gets it. Under 2 minutes remaining. A little more breathing room for Syracuse. Boothby, nothing but air on the 3. Mintz pushing it. Draws the foul, and he'll head to the line for 2.
That burst of speed in the open court is hard to catch up with. This is what Judah Mintz does. He can give you separation on a possession. He can give you separation in a game.
Costly miss there for Mintz. The best he can do now with that miss is make it a 2-possession game up to 6. But Cornell still within striking distance. The Big Red still with 3 timeouts to work with.
Oh, he misses
Mintz
both.
misses them both.
So you're looking to attack here. You don't need to have a three. You take the best shot available.
Kick ball. We'll stay with Cornell. Hey, you have 3 timeouts. Do you think about using one now, Debbie?
I don't think you need it with your offense in front of you. But Coach Earl's going to hear than they are gambling for a steal or trying to play up the line.
Cross-court pass finds Isaiah Gray. Shot clock at 7. Manning pulls the trigger. Can't connect. Risky pass. Starling. They call a foul. Starling was running out of court there. And that's the 4th foul against Chris Manning, the senior. One minute remaining, and the foul comes in on Copeland. So Kadir Copeland shooting 1 and 1 with just under a minute left in regulation. Down, a home bounce there for Kadir Copeland, and he'll get the 2nd foul shot here. Made them both. There's Isaiah Gray. Cornell running out of time. Cooper Nord has to hurry. A lot of time running off this clock on this possession. Ragland to 3. Needed it, didn't get it. Judah Mintz the rebound. Cornell thought it should have been a jump ball. A foul called instead, and now Mintz will head to the line for 1 and 1.
Cornell moved the ball. They had the wrong guy taking the shot at the end. I think they were trying to get Nord an open look. He did a good job on fouling Copeland, but Copeland made his shots. He hadn't been to the free throw line very much this season. Mintz will go back to the line, Jay. He missed the last 2.
5 of 8 tonight, Judah Mintz. 24 points to his name to lead all scorers. And one bounces home for the sophomore.
And this is where he's going to have to be the closer for Syracuse. There's going to be a lot of 1, 2, 3 possession games in conference play. He's going to have the ball in his hands.
Cornell, a team that has gone fast all night on these last 2 possessions, have slowed things down. Ragland will try and complete the 3-point play, but just a lot of time running off this clock here.
You know, Jay, if you're Adrian Autry, I think you got to be pleased with the way your team is going to close out this game. It's not going to be exactly right, but you survive foul trouble. You play at a pace that most teams don't play because Cornell plays so fast. And the defense holds a really good 3-point shooting team.
Quadir Copeland seals it. Cornell will feel like they had a shot and cut it to 3. In the final minutes, and Judah Mintz rocks the rim and closes off a Syracuse win.